Oh man, if you're serious about making money in crypto, you're not going to want to miss this video. Institutions and suits are now taking crypto very, very seriously. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's going on with Jamie Dimon over at JP Morgan, who made a huge U-turn. Of course, Larry Fink over at BlackRock as well. 2024 is the year of the institutions coming and taking your Bitcoin. If you're not ready, this is your final call. If you do not heed this message, guys, there's nothing I can do for you. This community cannot say I have not given you a fair warning, because as I've been saying for a while now, institutions have been speaking abundantly through both sides of their mouth, and this is further example of that. I'm going to show you this and a lot more, guys. If you appreciate these updates, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe, guys. Just going for a bite to eat, but it's important that I give you these updates. If you appreciate them, there's so much more alpha in our Telegram group, ijazzcrypto.com/TG, which of course includes our VIP trading community as well. Hope to see a bunch of you guys in there. Let's take a look at this hypocrisy. And take a look at this guy, JP Dimon, over at JP Morgan. I'm embarrassed to say I used to work with the likes of these suits back in my early days of trading. Guys, look at this. JP Morgan for many, many years has dumped on crypto, including very, very recently this month. But of course, he's speaking out of both sides of his mouth, because at the same time as he's belittling crypto, saying I've always been deeply opposed to crypto, he also said the only true use case for it is for criminals. He added, if I was the government, I'd close it down. At the same time as doing that, guess what, guys? He's doing a do as I say, not as I do situation, because the reality is he's one of the approved, authorized participants in the BlackRock ETF. This is huge, guys. What this basically means is Jamie Dimon and the likes over at JP Morgan are fundamental to, look at this, ensuring that ETF prices are accurate and that trading is smooth in all market conditions. This is crazy, guys. This is not just hypocrisy, it's huge hypocrisy. And in fact, it's market manipulation at this point. Because the reality is, the only reason he's saying this is because fundamentally they want to stack more. They want more opportunity to accumulate. And the likes of him, the likes of Larry Fink over at BlackRock, who also said that crypto was for money laundering, who's now come out and, you know, the flag bearer of this spot ETF, and Bitcoin's going to be the new savior. They're all coming in to take their piece. Why? Because they know this is not an asset class that is mutable, and they want in right now. So guys and girls, my message to you is very, very simple. As I sit on the roadside here to give you this update, is seize the moment. Act now. Just like every other asset class, the suits come in, they take over, they put structures in place, returns start to die down, the hype cycles start to reduce, because guess what? They put bureaucracy in the way. They make it harder for the lay person like you and I to get involved in asset classes. The same will over time happen to crypto, right? If they get a hold of our precious Bitcoin, the same will eventually happen to Bitcoin. May not be a popular view, but that's what they're trying to do. That's what they will try to do. So if you guys are not seizing the moment now to not be fudded out, if there's a FUD article coming out, do not get fudded out, right? They want to seize your Bitcoin off you at small price points. So do not be surprised that if their bags aren't fully loaded to the way they want it to be loaded. Do not be surprised to see if they manufacture another dump, right? So they can get in cheaper. But guess what? I've got diamond hands. I'm not getting out. I've been in crypto way too long to allow these guys to come in now and take my precious Bitcoin. And I suggest you guys do the same. If you have conviction in Bitcoin, if you believe in it, don't allow these suits to come in and take what they don't even believe in. They're just hunting for a return. They want to control the asset class. And I've spoken about this many, many times. Yes, it's positive for the price, right? We get a spot ETF, BlackRock's in. I understand it all. But longer term, you have to understand this is a major pivot point for the asset class. If we call for institutions to come in, if we call for the likes of Larry Fink and Jamie Dimon to come into crypto, we got to understand what the consequences are. We cannot go into this blindsided. We know they manipulate markets. We know they play games. Look at what they did with Robinhood and GameStop, right? And AMC. We know exactly what they did with those meme stocks as well. They manipulate this market. They control it. And so for us, you guys have to make sure you're super aware of this, right? We'll take the pumps when the pumps come, fine. But at the same time, we need to understand that when there's overreaching from the likes of these guys, we will not have it. We'll stay together as a community to make sure that crypto remains permissionless, immutable, the one true fiat currency beating asset class we have. Price action you can see on the daily chart here. A little bit of a green day here, but still the consolidation for Bitcoin. Let's face it here, we're trying to bounce from this EMA ribbon. But like I said, we've created lower highs here. So this is a consolidation into the EMA ribbon. Do not be surprised to see if we break trend here, this white upward trend, that we don't get a deeper pullback into the likes of 40,000, maybe even if I'm lucky, touch, 39.5 or something like that. And these levels I'll be more than happy to accumulate. Now that said, you can see a bounce from here as well, right? This is a nice trend line here. If I drop this down to the 4 hourly, you'll see that trend line kind of emerge a little bit crisper there. You can see this is a moment where you can see Bitcoin bounce along this white line. So this is something I'll be watching for. The 4 hourly trend shows that neither the bulls or the bears really own it. It's a clear consolidation. The daily trend, which I was just showing you there, we still own it. We're still above our daily EMA ribbon. So not too much of a concern here. Again, happy for this to pull back and accumulate if we do pull back. The more exciting picture really is when you look at the weekly, right? And this is where we're hugely overextended. So my bias is that, look, no big deal. If we want to pull back here into weekly EMA ribbon, that will be fine. Now, do I expect that to happen? Unlikely. You have to be big news here. Maybe like an ETF, spot ETF getting delayed or something like that for Bitcoin to really get a big dump down to these levels. If we do, I'm more than happy to accumulate. I have no issues whatsoever accumulating there. Let's also check in at the dollar index. Remember, the dollar index doesn't tell us what's risk on and risk off. And this is the key, right? You can see this weekly chart here of the dollar index strongly moving to the downside. This is a weekly chart. 3 big red candlesticks here to the downside. And as long as this continues to judder to the downside, you can see the EMA ribbon starting to flippen as well. This spells good sign here for risk on assets such as the NASDAQ and Bitcoin and altcoins as well. So yeah, guys, just wanted to leave you with that very important message. Never, ever fall for the likes of these guys, these big institutional guys who come out and tell you, oh, that is garbage, it's a scam, it's a fraud. We know better. We did our research for many, many years. We understood it was a very, very solid asset class. And now they want to come to the party. But not only do they want to come to the party, they want to come to the party late on their terms, controlling the price, taking your Bitcoin away from you with a piece of FUD news or articles and stuff like that. Do not fall for it. Look at how they manipulated it, right? SEC law cases, get CZ, get Binance, sue Coinbase, go after all coins, and then boom, look, the suits are coming in. What a surprise. I'm not going to get shaken out. Been in this game for too long. Guys, smash up likes if you appreciate that. If we're going to give it to the suits, smash up likes, jump into our Telegram group, ijazcrypto.com/TG. Let's get trading, and I'll see you in the next one.